Welcome students. Today we are going to learn subject Science and Technology Part 2, Standard 9, Lesson number 7, Energy Flow in an Ecosystem. In previous video we have learned that energy flow in an ecosystem is one way while the flow of nutrients is cyclic. So today we are going to continue the learning how the nutrients are flowing in a cyclic way through the topic biogeochemical cycle. All organisms need nutrients for their growth, which are continuously transferred from abiotic to biotic factors and again biotic to abiotic factors within an ecosystem, and this results in the formation of biogeochemical cycle. Let us see how to define biogeochemical cycle. The cyclical flow of nutrients within an ecosystem is called the biogeochemical cycle. The cyclical flow of nutrients within an ecosystem is called biogeochemical cycles. The word biogeochemical cycle can be easily broken down. Bio means biotic system, geo means geological components, and chemical means elements which are moved through a cycle. This cycle operates continuously through the medium of the biosphere formed by the lithosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere, as we can see in the diagram. This cycle involves complex processes. Let us move forward with the topic types of biogeochemical cycle. Biogeochemical cycles are basically divided into two types: gaseous cycle and sedimentary cycle, depending on the state of abiotic factor. In gaseous cycle, an accumulation of the main abiotic gaseous nutrient material is found in the Earth's atmosphere, while in the sedimentary cycle, an accumulation of the main abiotic nutrient material is found in the soil, sediment, and sedimentary rocks, etc. of the earth. Examples of gaseous cycles are nitrogen cycle, oxygen cycle, carbon dioxide cycle, and water vapor cycle, which is also called as water cycle. While examples of sedimentary cycles are iron cycle, calcium cycle, and phosphorus cycles, etc. The gaseous cycle is speedier cycle than the sedimentary cycle. So let us see with the one example how it is true. If carbon dioxide gas has accumulated in an area, then it is quickly dispersed with the wind or absorbed by the plants. Also, the speed, intensity, and equilibrium means balance of these cycles is getting affected due to climatic changes and human activities. Let us have look upon some of these biogeochemical cycles in brief. The first cycle which we are going to learn is carbon cycle. The carbon cycle can be defined as the circulation and recycling of carbon from the atmosphere of living organisms and after their death back to the atmosphere is called the carbon cycle. Abiotic carbon atoms are circulated and recycled into biotic form, mainly through two processes, that is photosynthesis and respiration. During photosynthesis process, plants convert carbon dioxide into carbohydrates, and same carbohydrates break down into energy during the process of respiration, along with the release of carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. Hence, we can say carbon cycle is one of the important biogeochemical cycle. As you can see on the screen, in carbon cycle, all green plants use carbon dioxide and sunlight for photosynthesis. The carbon is thus stored in the plants. From plants, it goes into the herbivore animal's body, and after the death of all organisms, when their bodies are buried into the soil, that gets converted into fossil fuels, which are made from the carbon. These fossil fuels, when burned, release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere back. Also, the carbon returns to the environment back through the cellular respiration performed by the animals. Huge carbon content in the form of carbon dioxide is produced, that is stored in the form of fossil fuel, and can be extracted for various commercial and non-commercial purposes. When factories use these fuels, the carbon is again released back in the atmosphere during the process of combustion. In this way, we can say that carbon element is circulating in the environment through the carbon cycle. Now we move ahead with the second biogeochemical cycle, that is oxygen cycle. The circulation and recycling of oxygen within the biosphere is called oxygen cycle. This biogeochemical cycle moves through the atmosphere, the lithosphere and biosphere. Oxygen is a very abundant element on our earth. It is found in the elemental form in the atmosphere to the extent of 21%. As we can see in the figure, oxygen is released by the plants during the process of photosynthesis. Humans and other animals inhale the same oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, which is again taken by the plants. They utilize this carbon dioxide in the process of photosynthesis to get the oxygen, and cycle continues here. Also, oxygen is used up in other processes like combustion, decomposition, corrosion and rusting, etc. So this is the way how oxygen circulates in the environment. Now we are going to learn about the circulation of nitrogen in the environment. The circulation and recycling of the nitrogen gas into the form of different compounds through various biotic and abiotic processes in nature is called the nitrogen cycle. As we can see in the figure, it is the biogeochemical cycle by which nitrogen is converted into several forms as it circulates through the atmosphere, terrestrial and marine ecosystems. Nitrogen is an essential element of the life which is present in the free state in the atmosphere and forms around 78% of the atmosphere. All the organisms are participating into the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle includes some important processes like nitrogen fixation, ammonification, nitrification and denitrification. Let us learn about each in detail. The first process is nitrogen fixation, in which conversion of nitrogen into the nitrates and nitrites occur through atmospheric, industrial and biological processes. Biological nitrogen fixation is done by nitrogen fixing bacteria like Rhizobium and Azotobacter, which are present in the root nodules of leguminous plants. The second process is ammonification, that is release of ammonia into the environment through decomposition of dead bodies and excretory waste of the organisms. Next, ammonification process. It is followed by the nitrification, which involves conversion of ammonia into a nitrite and then into nitrates. And the last process is denitrification. The denitrifying bacteria reduce nitrates into gaseous nitrogen and return it into the atmosphere, from where again it can be recycled. I hope you have understood the biogeochemical cycles whichever we have learned today. Thank you.